Welcome to Ryan Field on the campus of Northwestern University and home to the Wildcats, where the purple-clad fans are eager to get this one started. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Washington Huskies, taking on a team who is rested and ready coming off a bye, the Northwestern Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. And here's the return. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. So Northwestern's return team didn't help matters out much there. There he is. When you have a guy like this, you don't mind building your attack around the running game, guys.
And he's a grown man. There's no doubt about it. This offense runs through him. Everybody gets their emotion, and everything is built on him and around him.
And everybody knows this guy's going to touch the football, and still, defenses can't stop him. He can run through tackles and make big things happen.
The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast, win our conference. Well, this is...
He's loose. The 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Wild. Away from the... Couldn't catch him.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Washington's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Tackled, but he has a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Potts. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he reels it in at the 15-yard line. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
And the Huskies are moving quickly down the field. The give on the inside. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. On 1st and goal, they have a chance to answer with a... Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Washington. They'll try to tack one more on their score. Right down the boulevard. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the right. Complete downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy passing catch.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, what a good job by the pass rush. Get into the QB and put the lick on him as he's throwing the football. That's what you want. It doesn't matter about sacks. You've got to get quarterback hits.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Back to the air one more time. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack, even... get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was it.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Huskies. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better.
What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off. Looking for a block. It's Ramsey. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. First down here for the offense. They'll run it from the gun. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll leave it with him. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
That's a really good-looking run, too. And when you think back to Washington football, we talk a lot about the quarterbacks they've had, these great aerial assaults, but they've always needed to have balance as well. You get that by running the football, and this guy really helps keep defenses honest because they don't know what's coming at them. With a weapon like him in the backfield, he really makes this offense go.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. They're getting this guy lathered up. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Washington. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You could tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he...
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point extends the lead to 16. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football, and try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together, get some good mojo going.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Northwestern right back to the line. Shotgun snap on third down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. The punt team makes its way onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. On the move, it's Ramsey. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Wide receiver now comes in motion. The give to the back. At the 45 on his way. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. A productive play is one. At least halfway to another first down here on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Keep it on the ground. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Hold it. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They move the tight end all over. Back to throw, it's Potts. Going for it all. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Shields. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Now on first down from the 30. He's going to pass. Right down the middle. Makes the grab. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. I got to get a big gain, got to get that first down. Nice job, great nose for the first down.
Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed on the outside, it's Shields.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. You make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Northwestern will send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Scanning the field, it's Potts. Quickly complete. Across the 25, he's got room. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They'll go to the ground. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. They've generated some momentum with excellent performances in Big Ten play, and you can see them growing game by game.
And that's a big deal, too, in the new-look Big Ten Conference. Back in the day when there were divisions, you know, it was a toss-up every year who was going to win the Big Ten West. That was the easier division. But now, it's just who are the best two teams out of all of these teams, all these quality teams. So it's impressive that this team, David, has put themselves in position to play for the championship.
You ain't lying, especially in this conference. Let's be honest, the Big Ten and the SEC, they've separated themselves from everybody else. And so you're competing in this conference, middle of the season, you can finish strong. Now we're not just talking about conference championships. We're talking about where can we be in the playoff and how much damage we can do in the postseason.
On third down, he drops the throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Washington wants to go quickly. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. This could absolutely spin this game in another direction. They're going for it inside their own 30. Getting some heat. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this deep. Run down.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Going up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Leaves it with the back. Just trying to power it ahead. They pick up 5. Ball spotted at the 12. It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Third down play from the gun. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Man, these plays are just so demoralizing for defenses. You did a good job. You got him in a third and predictable situation. What does he do? Finds a way out of it, makes a big play. Now he's set up first and goal. Forget that play. Now let's hold him to a field goal.
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Northwestern.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up. He's going to let it go. And it's caught inside the 30. He's running free down the middle. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Huskies. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. From inside the 15, here's the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. This time he's got it. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. He wants to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Marks. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Northwestern wants to go quickly. On second down, he's looking downfield. They're trying to get to it. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Looking for a block. It's Ramsey. He's got great speed. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Washington. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And, Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge... Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Pope. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the...
Here comes the offense on second down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great environment there today in Evanston. And, you know, in a day where the spread option and air raid are the offenses of choice, how nice is it to see the 3 yards and a cloud of dust approach? Although we've also seen some runs go for a lot longer. Physical offensive lines coupled with great backs is like a throwback to the olden days, and that's refreshing. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Ryan Field.
Northwestern about to boot it away to open the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. On first down, here comes this offense. Trying to set the tone with the run. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. On the move. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Lane. Trying to get behind the defense. And he grabs it at the 15. Touchdown, Husky. And the stomping has commenced.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
And the returner will be brought down. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside give. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Out of the backfield, he's open. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's got an open man. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Ware. They get him down after he makes a catch.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
2nd down coming up. To the ground with the back. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there.
And the pressure was all over him in the blink of an eye.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Spits it out to the back. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. They'll try to pop the draw. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Listen, his team's obviously down in this game, but it's not his fault. I mean, this guy showed up to play. He's been churning out big play after big play. Already over 100 yards rushing in this game. He's carrying his weight. He needs his buddies around him now to pick up the slack a little bit and help get this team back in the game.
Not much running room. He's got one down to the 12. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He leaves it with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. And that's incomplete. A defense. For him, knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He got it. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say. After putting up a 3 spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Bringing it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. A 1st down for the offense. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
Brings up 2nd down.
Washington has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. The give to the tailback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Huskies will hustle to the line. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs. Short fields make successful offenses just what they want here. Pressure coming. Got the back over the middle. And how good is it for a quarterback to have a running back he not only can just dump it off to, but can actually be dangerous as a receiver?
Agreed, Reese. It's not just checkdowns or screens or swing routes or flat routes. This guy can get vertical. And he can all of a sudden start stressing defenses in the second level. What a weapon it is to have this guy in the backfield.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
A first down run on the doorstep. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively? Try to have success on third down.
Cat.
To the line.
He was looking for his man right at the goal line. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. Smashes it between the uprights. Let's not say they cut into the depths of that vehicle. Maybe just, tweaked a little bit of their way with their finger. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
And you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long. Going for the big play. Makes the grab on the right. Afterburners coming. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Washington, 58. Northwestern, 20.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Hope. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
To the air on first down. Zings it complete to the right.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. but I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
He's got the back in the middle. Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And, man, is that just an indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do.
And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Makes the catch near the sidelines, but he's downed immediately before he gained an inch. Northwestern will have to punt it away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Looking for a gap. It's Sheriff. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
And that's a first down.
Looking to move it through the air. Going deep. And he's got it inside the 25. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. A very efficient five-play scoring drive. And they finish with a huge play in the passing game, covering 66 yards to the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Pope. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll start this drive with a pass. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. One touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Ball's incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it.